It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. Believe those who are seeking the truth. Doubt those who find it. Be faithful to that which exists within yourself. Everything's already been said, but since nobody was listening, we have to start again. Only those things are beautiful which are inspired by madness and written by reason. I do not love men, I love what devours them. The true hypocrite is the one who ceases to perceive his deception, the one who lies with sincerity. Do not do what someone else could do as well as you. Do not write what someone else could say, could write as well as you. Care for nothing in yourself but what you feel exists nowhere else. Everything that needs to be said has already been said. But since no one was listening, everything must be said again. Envying another man's happiness is madness. You wouldn't know what to do with it if you had it. He who wants a rose must respect her thorn. You have to let other people be right was his answer to their insults. It consoles them for not being anything else. When we ask for advice, we are usually looking for an accomplice. You can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. One does not discover new lands without consenting to lose sight of the shore for a very long time. There are many things that seem impossible only so long as one does not attempt them. Know that joy is rarer, more difficult, and more beautiful than sadness. Once you make this all-important discovery, you must embrace joy as a moral obligation. Work and struggle and never accept an evil that you can change. Trust those who seek the truth but doubt those who say they have found it. We prefer to go deformed and distorted all our lives rather than not resemble the portrait of ourselves which we ourselves have first drawn. It's absurd. We run the risk of warping what's best in us. Then you think that one can keep a hopeless love in one's heart for so long as that? And that life can breathe upon it every day, without extinguishing it? Be faithful to that which exists nowhere but in yourself and thus make yourself indispensable. What would a narrative of happiness be like? All that can be described as what prepares it, and then what destroys it. The most decisive actions of our life, I mean those that are most likely to decide the whole course of our future, are, more often than not, unconsidered. To read a writer is for me not merely to get an idea of what he says, but to go off with him and travel in his company. We should enjoy this summer, flower by flower, as if it were to be the last one we'll see. In other people's company I felt I was dull, gloomy, unwelcome, at once bored and boring. Every instant of our lives is essentially irreplaceable. You must know this in order to concentrate on life. The truth is that as soon as we are no longer obliged to earn our living, we no longer know what to do with our life and recklessly squander it. I wished for nothing beyond her smile, and to walk with her thus, hand in hand, along a sun-warmed, flower-bordered path. Throw away my book. You must understand that it represents only one of 1,000 attitudes. You must find your own. If someone else could have done something as well as you, don't do it. The most important things to say are those which often I did not think necessary for me to say, because they were too obvious. Poverty makes a slave out of men. In order to eat he will accept work that gives no pleasure. Art begins with resistance. At the point where resistance is overcome, no human masterpiece has ever been created without great labor. In order to be utterly happy, the only thing necessary is to refrain from comparing this moment with other moments in the past, which I often did not fully enjoy because I was comparing them with other moments of the future. Understand that the only possession of any value is life.